maybe Boston media, like I've been saying this whole fucking time, is so sinister that they've seen how well Terry played, or Scary Terry played, well enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well enough.
Well enough to get you to the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7 against the greatest player in history.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
The bunch of fucking rookies who are only going to get better. Maybe they float these stories right now so they can either force Kyrie's hand to leave or set it up so it's okay to trade him. I do not put this past Boston. I do not put it past Boston because you set the table before you do anything. Oh, Kyrie's not even interested. Oh, Kyrie wasn't even at the game. Oh, Kyrie's right. Kyrie. A lot of Kyrie.
I think there is some truth to what you're saying about the Boston media being very savvy. I also think Bill Belichick lost Tom Brady for an entire year, still went 11-5, should have made the playoffs. Crazy circumstances he didn't. I think first time in history an 11-5 team didn't make the playoffs. Danny Ainge did a great job building a team. Traded KG and Paul Pierce in the greatest trade in NBA history.
Sure.
Fucking heist. Brad Stevens, players leave his team, suddenly aren't good. Players come to his team, suddenly they are good. All these things are facts.
Not discrediting
but there is something to...
Just the stories.
They have a lot of power. If nothing else, they have a lot of power. So the narrative they write
sports.
Holds sway. Yeah.
Whatever the story they start, ESPN picks it up.
Bob Ryan is incredibly respected.
That's the guy who was at the Herald?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the guy. I didn't know his fucking name, but dude, I bet you if we did some, like, one day we're going to have a big enough sports empire where we can, send some interns to do some research on something. But I guarantee you, every major pro or negative Boston story
started with Bob Ryan.
That's matriculating in the media starts with something with Ryan, and or one of these other guys.
Right.
But it starts with the Herald. Hey, this is what we need. We need you to get out there, son. If I'm the Philadelphia, real quick, if I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, right, I'm reacting to a franchise-threatening story with Colangelo and these tweets and all this stuff that Simmons gets out there in the world, that Boston is so happy is out there because that's their big competition, right?
Yeah.
If I'm the Philadelphia 76ers,
right,
I am spending an exorbitant amount of money and time to research.
That's a good point.
The stories that Ryan is putting out and to research the connection between the franchise and the players, and specifically Kyrie, and how they're planning to get Kyrie out of there. Because if you can find some connection between the villainization of Kyrie and the Boston Celtics, in my opinion, that's worse than the Colangelo story, because that's a culture that exists in Boston.
No, yeah. So, listen, I don't think it's as sinister as you do. I'm not running with that necessarily. It is crazy that the Ringer, a Boston sports guy, leaks a story about Colangelo.
Come on,
that's definitely something. I don't know what it is, but that's definitely worth noting at least. Now, here's what I'll also say. They don't really care. Danny Ainge traded Isaiah Thomas. Do you remember before this year what we thought of Isaiah Thomas? This guy put his career on the line to play sports, was heavily recruiting for Boston, et cetera, and then they just fucking traded him.
Yeah, savages.
They are savages, and they don't necessarily need you to rewrite the narrative.
Now, they know that they can't do that with another point guard that is coming off of an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They know they can't do that twice in a row.
You think they won't? I think they will.
No. No. I think they will, but I'm saying is they know PR-wise, they got to protect themselves a little bit, right? Like, I mean, I'll give you some wild shit that is. I mean, this is crazy and out there, but it might be true, right? So Turkey wants to be part of the EU, right? Now, Angela Merkel is the prime minister of Germany, right? Mm-hmm. She runs shit for the European Union, right? I don't know if she wants Turkey to be in the EU.
Mm-hmm.
Could be many different reasons. They have a strong economy. Maybe she likes being the strongest economy. Germany's being the strongest economy. She likes the control. Maybe there's racial stuff with Islam. Now, she lets in 2 million or 1.5 million refugees, right? Syrian refugees. So now she can do anything she wants to block that Turkish entry to the EU because she's protected from any Islamophobia by saying, we let in all the refugees.
Right. Okay.
Maybe something similar is happening with this story here. Right? I'm going to protect myself for some savage Boston shit by villainizing Kyrie before we do anything.
Which I would love, because LeBron going to Houston is what, in my mind, is the most likely to happen.
I would love that to happen.
But here's what I don't like about it. It's like when LeBron went to Miami, and you got Chris Bosh and LeBron and Dwayne Wade, and that's an incredible big three. But then to make those salaries work, you had to gut the team. Houston would have to gut the team. From what I've read, they would have to trade. They would have to get rid of Anderson's contract, and to make that work, they would probably have to trade Gordon. Someone would take him on.
I like Gordon.
So exactly, you're losing Gordon. Ariza's free. You're probably not going to be able to afford him. Capella's free. You're not going to be able to afford him. You lost 3 big supporting pieces. You're still better, but Miami didn't win every championship LeBron was there. They can still get beaten by a great team. What KD did was go to a team that was ready built that had a max salary slot left. Boston is closer to that. Not as good as Golden State was, but closer to that.
That's interesting. This Boston thing, I know Kaz isn't part of it. Kaz is checked out. He's just texting.
I'm sorry. I'm just
texting his white girls. He's setting up for whatever
sorry.
city
No,
he's going to.
I'm checking. I'm sorry.
Where are you going to? Nova Scotia?
I'm going to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, there we go. Get it, bro. Get it.
There you go.
But I love this Boston scenario, man. You don't buy it at all.
I don't buy it.
I just don't think there's enough shooters in Philly, right? I think that with LeBron, who can shoot the 3 in Philly?
Here's the thing: shooters.
JJ Redick.
JJ
Redick. And he's
Dario Saric.
He's done. JJ Redick and Saric.
LeBron is the great gravitational pull.
So okay, shooters will come.
Shooters will come. Shooters will come. You know what I mean?
If you bring Brown, they will come.
You're not gonna find another Embiid. You're not gonna find another Ben Simmons. You're not gonna find another, if he turns out to be good, Markelle Fultz. Right?
Okay.
You put LeBron there, you could find there will be great shooters that will come for the cheap,
just to have the opportunity.
Go to Philly and know, hey, I'm going to the finals. I got a shot.
Okay.
If all I got to do is come and do what I've done my whole life, catch and shoot. I guarantee you, I don't know Kyle Korver's situation. I guarantee you he'll do the James Jones and follow LeBron wherever
you want to go, we go. I'll follow you.
Saying?
That's fair. Here's one thing. Joel Embiid will get exposed by the Golden State Warriors in a way that we maybe have never seen a player get exposed before.
I don't think so.
There is no way in hell Joel Embiid, slow, lazy ass, can chase around anybody in that Hamptons 5.
He won't need a chase.
So what's going to happen when Steph Curry's just knocking down threes in the corner?
He don't need a chase. They got Robert Covington. Robert Covington will do that.
And when he gets picked off?
Ben Simmons. Pretty good defender for a rookie.
No, Ben Simmons can defend. But what happens when it's Joel Embiid on Steph Curry? What happens when it's Joel Embiid on Kevin Durant? What's happened? He is a defensive liability unless he's going up against a 7'2" Russian.
What's Kevin Durant going to do against Joel Embiid? Why aren't we asking ourselves that question? Joel Embiid is a massive, large
trade 2 for
person.
3. I'll trade
Joel
2 for 3
can shoot the 3. Joel can shoot the 3.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant can guard him at the 3.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's going to.
I'll trade 2 for 3.
Also,
that's what I'm saying.
Also,
I'll trade it.
I don't have faith in Brett Brown as a coach.
That's another thing.
He got severely outcoached by Boston.
Yeah.
Severely.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
In coaching scenarios.
Yes, exactly. Well said. In specific coaching scenarios.
The only thing you need to do is coach.
He got worked. And so I want LeBron to finally have a great coach.
Yeah.
The other thing with Boston that's interesting is you could trade Hayward on his sign and trade. Get rid of him and move him, whatever. Keep Kyrie, and then trade, if he's on the market, which I don't think he is, actually, from what I've read, Kyrie for Kawhi. Similar players, and the fact that they got the same contract.
Heartbeat.
You send Kyrie and a first-round pick. They're both coming off injuries.
Yeah.
Both, whatever, kind of mercurial. Just do whatever would make that work somehow. And then you got LeBron, Kyrie, Scary Terry, Tatum, and Brown.
I'll be honest, I get rid of Hayward, too. I think that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's ceilings are much fucking higher than Hayward. What is this love fest with Hayward? Can someone explain this to me?
I didn't watch him play.
Gordon Hayward was coming off probably his best statistical season.
Well, how good was that relative to the rest of the league? Because
No,
I didn't watch.
He was an efficient player. He was dunking on people. That was kind of funny. Like every once in a while, he just would come through the lane and yam it two-handed on people.
I did not think he had it in him to get that. He's swole. That guy's got it.
No, he's built right. All I'm saying is you have Jaylen Brown, who is proficient at shooting the three, can lock down bigger guys.
Yeah.
Great on a switch. If I have to have a switch and Jalen's guarding it, okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it. And then you have Jason Tatum, who's going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
Let's go. Gordon Hayward, I've seen your ceiling. I don't think it gets higher than that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
But Jalen and I don't think Hayward can play D.
The team doesn't get better than that. Like in terms of going, and they got Sacramento's first round pick next year, and if they can hold on to that in any trades,
let's go.
I mean, you're good. Like you're good. You're golden.
I have to pee, so Kaz, you have to stop texting. So
I'm sorry, man.
I'll be right back.
Man.
You okay?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good. Nothing not important. Not important. Anyway,
you got another one of these white girls pregnant?
No, stop. Yo,
Damn, another fam?
Damn, bro.
Wow.
What's up? Yeah, you gotta stop perpetuating this white girl stereotype.
Why? I'm getting you all the white girl pussy, man.
I don't know any of these white women, but people come to me, oh my god, can I go for the white? I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yo, it's
like,
all good, bro. It's all good.
It does more damage than you think, guys. But
no, you're gonna be totally fine.
What, black women are coming up to you? Black women look at you as tainted now?
Anyway, Boston Celtics, right?
I say yes.
Black women love to save a nice black man, bro.
That's
Let
what
them
I'm saying.
save
There's
you,
one
bro.
out there that
It's all
wants to
good.
save you.
Also, you're Nigerian, man. You guys are winning right now. You can take whatever you
Your
want.
parents would probably be happier if you married a white girl.
Would they?
Would mom be happier if you married a white girl?
Well, my mom doesn't really trip off of that, to be honest.
Yep,
like she's
exactly.
like she's a rare like if we were in Nigeria, like my mom, like they would look at my mom like she was a hippie. Cause like,
really?
Yeah, because like, you know, they're very like, oh,
conservative.
She's
a little,
And like I brought home women of all, you know, creeds and colors. It's like, oh, you know, as long as it makes my boy happy, it's good, and yada yada yada. So like she would be treated as like a Nigerian hippie.
I brought home women of all creeds and colors is black speak for I brought home a few white girls.
yeah. Which different creeds are you bringing home?